Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mel, and I am the face behind my Disney adventure. So today I'm going to be talking about my Disney experiences. I'm going to be talking about all my trips, and I'm going to be answering some of your questions that I've been asked. Alright, first trip, which was 2006. I went to Disney World for the first time ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my parents, we took a trip down to Florida and I went to Disney World. And I went to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom. I did not go to Hollywood Studios, so that will come in later. But we spent the day there. We didn't stay at any Disney hotels because my parents were like cheapos back then. But I don't remember much from the trip. I don't have any pictures because my camera from that trip broke. I remember walking down Main Street for the first time, seeing the castle. I remember waiting in line like 2 hours to see the princesses. And I remember trading pins. I traded pins for the first time because I bought one of the sets and I ended up trading pins. So it was really great. I remember meeting the princesses. And I remember at Animal Kingdom getting soaked on Kali River Rapids, and I don't remember anything from Epcot because I was so little. Okay, our second trip around. This one was like my favorite trip out of all of them, I think, because it was just special and meant the most. This time I spent like 8 days at Disney World, and I went to the water parks, both water parks, and all the Disney parks. So what I did is I saved up for a year and a half because I watched these Disney Parks documentaries and I was like, I really want to go to Disney World. So I saved up for a year and a half and raised $1,200 to buy tickets to Disney World because I made a deal with my parents. If I bought the tickets, they would buy everything else. So I did. And in 2012, I drove down from where I live to Florida. And I went to Typhoon Lagoon. I spent the days at the Disney parks. I ate at like all these Disney restaurants. I planned out the whole entire trip with my awesome travel agent. So it was brilliant. And I went to Blizzard Beach and it was just like amazing. And I remember it the most. And I got this charm bracelet there. And ever since that trip, I've gotten, every time I go to Disney World or on Disney property, I get a charm for something that happens. So. And then third time around, I didn't go to the Disney parks on the third time. I went on Disney property. I ate dinner at 1900. This was on New Year's Eve. And then I sat on the Polynesian beach and they played Pocahontas and I watched the New Year's fireworks. So I was at Disney in 2013 too, so I've been like every year since 2012 technically. And fourth time around, I went to Magic Kingdom for the day back in January of this year when I danced in the Orange Bowl. I had the day off, so I went to Disney. And I had a lot of fun there, and it was cold, but I loved it so much. So those are all my Disney trips. Oh, and forgot to mention, my 2012 trip, I went to Hollywood Studios for the first time. Loved it, absolutely loved it. And I stayed at a Disney hotel for the first time. And I stayed at the Coronado Springs Resort, which is actually a really nice resort. And then when I went this year, I stayed at Pop Century. And I got one of these things. I got the Magic Band. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I went in 2012, I got to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I dressed up as Princess Belle. And since I was 12, or 12 or just turned 13 or something, I got to go to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. So, yeah, don't judge. I like going to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, okay? Okay, deal with it. And I think that was it. I went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is amazing. And so, yeah, and then I also got, that was before New Fantasyland had opened, so there was this really awesome lady that saw my button that said I paid for a trip. So she let me in New Fantasyland early. So I spent my last day at Disney World in New Fantasyland, and I got to go with like Belle and Ariel and Gaston and like meet Gaston, and the lines were like really short because they only let like cast members and their family members in and a couple of guests. So yeah, and then I was one of the lucky people that got to try out the magic bands for the first time. So it was amazing. So yeah, that is my experiences. And so I feel like explaining this because it would help this. This is my charm bracelet. I'll go through every charm. This charm is an M, and it just means Mel. My real name's, like my full name's Melissa, but I go by Mel, so M. Animal Kingdom. Don't hate me. Animal Kingdom is my favorite park in the whole freaking world. So don't judge. I just think it's awesome and it's so underrated, and I hate that they're putting Avatar Land there. Next, I have an orange because I danced in the Orange Bowl the day before I went to Disney in 2014. Princess signifies for when I went to go to the Bippity Boppity Boutique. Lady and the Tramp. I got to go eat at Tony's Town Square, which is actually one of my favorite restaurants, and it's really awesome to sit there and watch the fireworks. I got Tigger because I have a Tigger pillow pet, and I like Crystal Palace a lot. And I got a castle because I ate at Cinderella's castle. 2012, because I went in 2012. I got a Sorcerer Mickey for Fantasmic because I did the Fantasmic dining package. I got Cinderella for when I ate at Cinderella's Royal Table. And I got Belle because she's my favorite princess, and I got to go to New Fantasyland. And then I just have this little thing on here. And then next time I go to Disney World, I'm gonna get a Duffy outfit. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm so immature. Okay, so now I'm going to answer some of your questions about my Disney experiences. Okay, how long were the lines to meet characters? First time I went, longest line was 2 hours, princesses. Second time I went in 2012, there was literally like the longest line was like 2 minutes. It was not a long line because it was the middle of fall. Favorite food? Mickey's ice cream sandwiches. I know I didn't say premium ice cream bar, but who cares? Boo-hoo, ice cream sandwiches. I got married to Push the Talking Trash Can. So I had my camera around my neck, and this was my 2012 trip. I'm walking down, and Push comes up to me, and he's like, "Can I have your camera?" And I was like, "No." And then he was like, "I'll marry you, and we can split half, so I can have the camera." And I was like, "No." And then he started playing, "I will always love you." And then he started playing Wedding Bells. And so he's like, "We're married now, so give me the camera." And I was just like, "No, it's my camera." So I technically got married to Push the Talking Trash Can. Other questions. Specialist moment, the most special moment I've had on my trip. I would have to say eating in Cinderella's castle. How many times have you gone? I've been on Disney property 4 times, and I've gone into the parks 3 times. So that is all I have about my Disney experiences, and I'm sorry this video is weird, but I'm just weird, so whatever. If you like this video, comment below if you would like to see a 20 facts about me and my 2014 vlog. So thank you for watching.
Day we arrive on this planet.
right. Maybe there is something the matter with me. I just don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things can be so bad. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Turn away.